Salutations guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to play Toro. He's a pretty common character. I see him quite a bit, and I figured I'd give some people some advice on how to play him. So let's just hop right into it. So starting off with Toro's basic, it's not anything too special. He just swings a sword, does an okay amount of damage, gives a good chunk of ultimate charge. There's nothing really too notable about this attack that makes it any different from any others. You can dash and swing, you can block and swing, you can do all the basic stuff that you can do with all the basic attacks. This one isn't it doesn't really stand out from the others too much. Next up is his slam, which is his special. So he slams down, it roots him in place for a second, so he can't move while he casts this move, but it does a good amount of knockback, a good amount of damage. This attack is quite nice for killing off opponents. You're kind of vulnerable while you're doing it, but a quick fix for that is for you to block and do the attack at the same time, so at least you're safe while you're casting it. The range is also very short, which is something that you're gonna have to keep in mind. You can also sort of dash and do it at the same time to increase the range a little bit, but it's quite energy expensive, so you have to be careful about that. Next up, we have Toro's unique, which is probably his most notorious attack. It's a projectile that does a good amount of damage, gives a good amount of ult charge as well. This is his poke tool. A lot of people have trouble with this move. It's a really strong projectile, so you can control the knockback on it. So that will throw the dummy down. As you can see, he gets absolutely destroyed. Yeah, it has a big hitbox. There's nothing too notable about it, honestly. Just be careful throwing it at close range because it takes half your stamina, so using this when your opponent's really close to you is a little bit dangerous. Lastly, we have Toro's ultimate, which is it's a pretty strong ultimate. So he does this initial spin and then he dashes forward. When he uses his attack, you really don't want to try to hit the dash. You want to hit the spin part of the move, the very first part, because if you try hitting it when you're far away, people are going to see you spin and they're going to be more than ready to block it, because it's a long startup. But you can hit them with that initial spin, which is what you're going to be aiming for. So I'll kind of demonstrate it one more time. Bam. So it doesn't look super strong because the dummy's at 90, but at higher percentages you just insta kill someone if they're right next to you. But with all that being said, let's move on to his pros and cons. Okay guys, so we're in game. I'm going to try to explain his pros and cons and some tips while I fight this construct. So starting off with his pros, he's a jack of all trades, so he is very flexible. He has a bit of range. Is this guy okay? He's good in close range, he's good at long range. So he does everything. He's pretty solid. I don't know. This is construct, alright? My volume. Professional YouTuber, by the way. Anyways, he's pretty beginner friendly. Toro isn't particularly difficult to play, so we can set him off right there. But his attacks are pretty simple to understand. You can get decently good with him as well, so he has a little bit of skill expression. But yeah, I think he's relatively simple. Another nice thing about Toro is that he has a lot of kill moves. He does really well at killing, so if his construct recovers, I can ult him here, and he's gone. Just make sure to not dash off the map. Starting with, well, not starting, but going into his cons, unfortunately, Toro's attacks are very telegraphed, so this construct can see each time that I range attack, or I start up my unique. He can see the startup animation. Luckily for me, he isn't really attempting to block these attacks, but it would be very doable for him if he wanted to block them. I shouldn't have ulted like that. Should have got a little bit closer. So that's something you're gonna have to watch out for. Crap. Another thing you have to watch out for is the fact that he doesn't have any mobility outside of his ultimate, and dash isn't even insane or anything. So you're gonna have to rely on your own base jumping, dashing, and all that movement to get around. So that's something that you're gonna have to think about when you're playing Toro. Alright, construct. You gotta go, bud. For some practical tips for Toro, this basic attack and ultimate don't really have startups. So you can, if they're dodging your range attack and your unique a lot, you can just look to basic attack, which will kind of you can use that to deal with the startups. Although playing without you're only playing with your basic attack and ultimate tends to be kind of difficult. Like I've mentioned before, your initial spin of your ultimate has a hitbox, so I'm gonna try to hit him with it. I might die in the process. Ah, I actually did. Unfortunately, you can't hit them twice with the ult. So you have to worry about hitting one part of it. Avoid using your range attack at close range, so it's very expensive. 50 energy per cast is quite a lot. So a good player will punish you if you're wasting your stamina like that. When you're using your special or unique, you can shield during animations to make sure that they're safe. So you can do it during your range attack as well if you had if they dash in while you're doing the startup. It makes you just like a little bit safer. It's more construct. Does he recover? No, he does not, sadly. What other tips do I have for Toro? You can select the enemy downwards using your special. So that's a good way to kind of get kills a little bit easier. Oh, I'm gonna end up force stalking this man. I'm sorry, construct. Let's see if I can get him off the map. I'm trying to think of any other tips I have for Toro, but I think that's about it. I'm gonna finish up this match. And oh my god. Alright, construct. Get off the map. See? He sees the startup and he's like, alright, absolutely not, and blocks. You have to be very careful to get him with the startup. Oh, I think he kills me. Good job! I was playing that a little bit poorly. By the way, what do you guys think of me sort of combining the tips and tricks, pros and cons, and the example match all into one? I think it definitely makes the video easier to do, and you can kind of see what I'm talking about as I'm doing it, which helps a little bit. Let's see if I can get him with a spike here. Nah, almost. Wait, he's insane with the blocks, actually. Huh? I hit him. Wait, what? I literally hit him, and the game was like, no. Game? Okay, we're gonna have to get him off of range attacks. Ooh, we spiked him down with it. Nice. Yeah, GG's. But yeah, guys, that's the Toro guide. That's to kind of sum up what I was talking about. He's a very simple character that you can kind of get into. If you're looking to buy a new character, that's still like not too difficult, but has quite a bit of skill expression as well. Toro is a really good option. If you guys enjoyed the video, I actually have a lot of content similar to this on my channel already. I have other how to play guides, so I think my latest one was on, well, besides this one, was on Leroy. I also make videos showcasing off the new characters. One of the most insane ones that I did was on Vegeta, who literally breaks the game. But if any of that sounds interesting, make sure to go check out that. Thank you guys for watching.